People are not happy with Ariana Grande. As expected, her new single, Yes And, is a direct reply to the homewrecker allegations, and I guess the joke did not land.
Throughout her entire career, you got a boyfriend, you got a husband, well, Ariana Grande is going to go after them, and then, haha, don't care you. When everything happens and the dust settles, she does not care about ruining your relationship.
I find it so ironic that all of a sudden they're retracting the statement when she has an album coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lauren. I do random content on my channel whenever I can. So as you can tell, I'm back at school already. The spring semester is already starting. So, yeah, that's kind of it where I'm going at right now. So I have time to make a video. And I've actually wanted to give my opinion on what's going on right now with Ariana Grande. You already know, as most of you guys know, I did cover the homewrecking cheating scandal that happened back in July. So I did want to talk about not just her new song, but also the controversy surrounding said new song. So before we begin, I do want to preface, this is no hate to Ariana Grande or anyone involved in this video. The purpose of this is for me to just explain what's going on and give my opinion on the whole matter. So let's get started. So about 3 days ago, Ariana Grande released her new song, which is titled Yes And, which I think is somewhat on a play on like how Thank You Next was. So first things first, I've listened to the song. As many people say, it is giving house and stuff, which, to be honest, the song at first does not slap at first. I think for me, it was the background beat, but to be very honest with all of you, I cannot listen to it the same without thinking about the allegations that came out in July. So for those of you guys who are living under a rock and have no idea what I'm talking about, back in July, Ariana Grande was accused of homewrecking Ethan Slayer's relationship with his ex-wife, Lily J, who they had a kid together back in August. When was this? Like, back in, like, somewhat 2022. I think it was, like, I don't remember when, but I don't know. I don't think it was August. It was not August, but they had a kid together. And she was accused of homewrecking his relationship. To this day, it's strongly believed by a lot of people that this happened, mainly because people dug into her track record of homewrecking relationships and stuff like that, and how she's basically not a girl's girl. So people are saying that this is her Reputation era, comparing it to Taylor Swift, which I think is a complete overstatement, if you ask me. I'm not a Swiftie, but I can tell you when it came to Taylor Swift's Reputation era, there was a reason for it that it hit as hard as it did, because she was not only getting hated on by Kim and Kanye, but people were seeing her as like, oh, this artist who only writes about her ex-boyfriends, this and that. And they still kind of do see her that way. So she kind of, that was her clapback era, basically. That was her, like, you know, revenge era. So people were comparing that to Ariana Grande's Yes And, which, like I said, is an overstatement of the year, because there's no way you can compare those two things, especially considering the fact that Ariana Grande's supposed Reputation era is allegations of homewrecking. Just let that sit in for a little bit. Let that sink in. Okay, so after listening to the song, the first problem I do have, of course, like everyone else does, is the lyric, like, your business is yours and mine is mine, so why do you care whose dick I ride? Which, you know, that's like, compared to the fact of these allegations of homewrecking said relationship, that's not a good message, especially also considering the fact she says yes and say that shit with your chest. And ironically, and being a hypocrite, she never actually addressed the allegations, if that makes sense. She never actually said that shit with her chest, saying like, oh yes, I homewrecked a relationship, or no, I didn't. Like, she never actually addressed it. And she doesn't owe us an explanation. And that's like something I do want to preface. She doesn't owe anyone an explanation. But I think in a sense like this, I think an explanation would have been perfect. So yeah, that's happening. So I felt like I couldn't listen to like Ariana Grande the same way I did, you know, I used to, as like an old fan of hers, because of what I know about her now, and the fact that this song is a clapback at said allegations. So another thing I do want to bring up is that the Page 6 article, who originally reported on the whole Lily J speaking out about Ariana Grande and claiming that this was a homewrecking situation, ironically now has retracted said statements. They have said that they don't even know when the timeline was, which you guys have to agree with me here. That's a little ironic considering the fact she has an album coming up, okay? So they're saying that they got the timeline wrong and that nobody knows the timeline, which is true. Nobody really knows the timeline on when this happened. All we know is that Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez had divorced, or actually they didn't divorce, they separated back in January. But I want you all to know, separation is not divorce. They're still legally married. But that's just me. So they didn't divorce until like the summer. So I just find it very weird, and some of y'all may be telling me like, oh, that proved that she wasn't a homewrecker, this and that, and you're just hating it, whatever. So like, calm down, let me explain.
No, calm down. Calm down.
I find it so ironic that all of a sudden they're retracting the statement when she has an album coming up, if that makes sense to you all. Because they had from July and all back then, before the album was released, or before it's going to be released, before the single was even released, they had all that time to retract the statement. Why all of a sudden are they doing it now, if that makes sense? You guys get where I'm coming from with this? Because I just find that a little weird. Adding to said things, I find that very weird considering the fact that, like I said, she does have an album coming up and a lot of people are criticizing this song because of what's going on with the homewrecking allegations. So I understand why all of a sudden they have to be like, okay, we're gonna pay off this magazine to retract their statement. Because like, you guys think that she can't do that? Do you all think her team, her PR team cannot do that? I think that they can. I think any celebrity can. So I just find that very weird. But then of course other people were saying that this particular person who wrote the article also has said negative things about other people in the industry, like Taylor Swift, for example, about the Golden Globes joke, where, you know, the guy had made a comment saying like, oh, we see less pictures and videos or whatever of Taylor Swift. We see less camera angles of her at the Golden Globes than we do at the NFL games and stuff like that. Basically a very tasteless joke. I know some of you all are going to be on my neck saying like, oh, like they retracted their statement, this and that. But the thing is, we don't genuinely know if it was true or not that she homewrecked a relationship. Because like I said, she has a track record. She has a track record of doing this to other women. So what makes you all think that she wouldn't do this to a married woman? And then another thing to consider, the magazine never said that Lily J's comment was falsified. You get me? They never said that it was a fake comment, that what Lily J possibly said was never fake. So that could have been her comment, her legitimate comment of how she felt about this. Other people are saying though that, like, you know, she never spoke out about it, this and that, which I don't know, guys. I personally just don't believe that all of a sudden this article who leaked this incident, all of a sudden they're retracting it right before the album comes out. I just find that a little suspicious. Some of y'all, like I said, may disagree with me. I just find that suspicious, but that's just me. So anyways, other than that, guys, I did want to give my 5 cents on this whole opinion and this whole thing about, you know, the allegations that came out back in July, the new song, and all that stuff. Personally, I just cannot look at Ariana the same way. I cannot really listen to the song the same way. And I think another thing also is the fans keep responding like to the homewrecking comments saying, oh yes, and she did that. And it's like, why are you proud of that? I don't know. I just find it a little weird that, like, and you know those are children. You know damn well those are children. That the response to people talking about the allegations is like, oh yeah, she did that. And what? Like, do you have no shame? Like, genuinely speaking, do you have no shame? But anyways, so that's just my opinion on this whole situation. I just want to give my opinion. So do not come for me for my said opinion. But yeah, that's just me. So guys, I just realized this was the first video I actually had face-to-face with you all, because I haven't done that since like forever. And during break, I mainly posted content where I was doing voiceovers. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and comment down below what else you guys want me to talk about on my channel. So like I said, this was my opinion. No hate to anyone involved, but I did want to give an opinion on this whole matter and all that stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe. I'll see you guys next time on my channel. Bye guys.